want to unsubscribe them, you can also use this shortcut. Or you can use one of these options to either automatically search Google or Facebook. So it's kind of like a shortcut. Most of the actions here can actually be found on the Profile tab. So if I just click on Profile, I can edit all of this lead's information. I can add additional information, spousal information, anything else that you want to add to get updated info. And then System Email contains all of the lead settings that you can configure. So this is their status, where you can change from lead to client to past client, whether or not they're subscribed, the star rating, what lender they're assigned to. Here's where you set up their campaign. And you can also transfer them to another agent at your agency. We have a new feature where you can actually transfer the lead to any conversion user that you want to. The only thing you need is their Gmail address. So if you're, for some reason, wanting to transfer the lead to an agent outside your office, say as a result of a referral, maybe that's part of the agreement or whatever the case might be, just enter their Gmail address and it's pretty easy to transfer them. And then the lead seller info is at the bottom. The tab next to the tab next to Profile is called Activity. And Activity is a little bit different than the activity stream on the left. It's the same concept, but it adds more specific activities for individual leads. So on the left, there's this option called Activity Stream. And this is basically showing you listing views on your site. So it's a visual representation of what your leads are looking at. If you find a listing that takes up 2 tiles, it means that they looked at the listing repeatedly or they saved the listing. But on my leads activity page, I also can see maybe they asked a question about a listing, or maybe they requested a showing to review it. You can see those here. And here's an example of what it looks like when it takes up 2 tiles. This listing was saved, so it's a larger picture. This one they only looked at once, so it's a small one. And this one they looked at least 5 times, so it's a large picture. So it kind of shows you the importance of each event. Of course, if they ask a question of any kind, that's an extremely significant event, so it's got its own color and everything. Next to Activity, there's a Listing Alerts tab, and there's a couple of huge changes with the way Listing Alerts work now. So if you have a lead set up on Alerts, you have all these options to choose from, like before. There's an additional option where you can CC a lead with someone else. So if they have a husband or a wife that wants to get a copy of the listing alerts, you just enter their email address here, where it says email to carbon copy. You can also add a second alert, and you can only add 2 alerts for any lead, period. So if somebody's looking for rentals and commercials or whatever it might be, then you can set up to 2 alerts per lead. This one says Alert 1 results. So I have some criteria that's set up here. Let's modify it a little bit so I have some results. Okay. So I set up an alert for this lead. Now I can click on Alert 1 results, and it's showing me all of the listings that match the criteria that I just specified this week. So because I have a list of listings here, I know that my alert must be pretty good, and I can be sure that there's a healthy income of new listings so that the lead will continually receive property updates on a daily basis. Back on the lead details panel, we kind of deviated from it a little bit. All of their info and contact information is here on the left-hand side, and most of these are clickable. So if I had a phone call with this lead, for example, I could click on phone calls and report a new one, which updates the last time I called them. there's their phone number. If I'm on the mobile app and I tap on this, it'll call the lead, or it'll put their number into the phone anyway, and then you can call them. Additional info such as seller uses mobile and what lender they're assigned to is the same as before. So if they request the mobile app, then this will be checked, and if they have seller info, then that will be checked. Here, at the bottom of the details page, there are some new features. Popular properties, these are listings that they've viewed repeatedly. So it tells me the number of views, most importantly, to the far right of each listing, and then some of the details of that listing. And we're going to come back to this in a second. Talking points. If you honestly can't think of anything to talk to them on the phone about, this will populate automatically with common things that are that you could speak with them on the phone about. So if you have, for instance, where they looked at a property many times, like 26 times, of course, you want to talk to them about that property, following the guidelines in the conversion feature. Notifications are very similar to activity, with the exception of it also lets you know about the outbound phone calls. So whenever you call them and you record a phone call, it'll show you in a linear fashion what event happened first. If a system email goes out or if a campaign email goes out as well, those will all be listed here, and how long ago it was that